No beauty. Just the beast.
COVID hit hard. I'm not sure that should come as a surprise. We all saw it coming. It's not like it came out of nowhere, but I doubt that many of us were expecting it to be as bad as it was. I'm not about to complain that I had it especially rough, because I somehow managed to stay safe and healthy through the thick of the pandemic. Nevertheless, it was no walk in the park. In fact, there was no park to walk through. You weren't allowed to leave your house, or at least you weren't supposed to leave your house. 4 months. I was bound to my humble abode for 4 whole, long, dreary months, all alone. Forced to spend precious quality time with my family. This is worst case scenario. Sirens are going off. Fires are raging. Waters are rising. Polar bears are dying. April 4th, 2020. Just 2 weeks into this global pandemic. I had already run out of things to do. I'd watched all the movies, played all the video games, and made use of everything I had in a vain effort to accelerate time. I didn't even have any chores left to do. I had quite literally done everything. There was nothing left to do, discover, get into, or at least that is what I thought. Until almost a month later, May 25th, 2020, when I happened to come across, by chance on my Nintendo Switch, Batman: The Telltale Series. Now, I wasn't exactly incompetent when it came to these beloved franchises. I've always known about Mortal Kombat, Grand Theft Auto, Batman, Doom, Halo, but this was my first time to delve beneath the surface to discover why people love these franchises so very much. In retrospect, I'm glad I started with Batman, because I think everything else would have been a little too much, you know? When it comes to Batman, you can take everything in stride, at your own pace.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
When it comes to stuff like Borderlands or Elden Ring, you've got to constantly keep up at their pace that they are setting, which isn't at all a bad thing. It's just something you have to work up to, unless, of course, you're a nerd and it comes naturally. But Batman was a perfect introductory to this broader variety of entertainment. I mean, he's been around for what, over 80 years now, so there's plenty of stories and lore to him, but not to the point where you need to study each and every part and know the complete, cohesive history to his story. To be sure, it's not like I didn't know who Batman was. He often gets grouped in with the superhero genre alongside characters like Superman, Wonder Woman, or The Flash, but that was never really Batman. Maybe this also has something to do with the fact that this was my first Telltale game, but I felt so immersed and invested in Batman the Telltale series. I'm not even kidding when I tell you that I pulled 3 consecutive all-nighters to finish this game because I couldn't play during the day and I had to do it at night. It was like I nearly forgot that I was caged inside a mandatory quarantine. Day after day, I counted down the hours, minutes, and seconds until the moment where I could embrace the mantle again and be Batman. This mindset actually influenced most of the activities I signed up for coming out of quarantine. After I'd played through seasons 1 and 2 of Batman the Telltale series, I fell off the deep end. I got to the point where I was even reading Batman comics. Watched almost everything from the animated Batman movies to the Lego Batman movie, Batman 1989 to Batman vs. Superman. Dabbled a bit in the TV shows, Batman 66, Brave and the Bold, Beware the Batman. But it wasn't like my life revolved around Batman until Batman the Animated Series.
No, you are not my father. I am not a disgrace. I am vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Batman.
This was a masterpiece! You've got literally everything you've ever wanted in Batman the Animated Series. And then around season 4, they changed animation styles and it kind of just fell off, to be honest. Slasher movies aside, I probably know more about Batman than I do anything else. And even then, I've probably only scratched the surface. I mean, I only read 5 comics with the Batman. I can imagine how many others there are that I haven't read. Somewhere in my Injustice 2 Batman grind, someone recommended that I play the Arkham series. You might be surprised to know that I was actually very hesitant on starting the Batman Arkham series. I had a faint idea on how big and popular they were, and I didn't want to bite off more than I could chew. Needless to say that when I booted up Arkham Knight on my Xbox One, I was blown away. But I was only giving a fleeting taste of what Arkham Knight had to offer before my Games Pass had expired. I had to wait 3 months in order to buy the whole Arkham collection, and even then, things got extraordinarily busy and I wasn't actually able to play it until early 2021. Sometime last summer, I was digging around, just figuring out some stuff I didn't know about Batman. I came across some startling fun facts I had not known. They kind of changed the way I saw him, and I kind of drifted apart, moved on to other things, until a particular trailer popped up in my recommended on YouTube. And on August 28th, 2020, I watched the very first teaser trailer for The Batman. And I've already given my 2 cents on video games, how I suck at them, and how I very rarely ever get invested in too many video games. But movies? Woo! Movies are the highlight of the week. Movies are what keep me going. I love movies. They're one of my favorite things in the entire world. You take movies away, I don't think I'd have a place here in whatever this is. And there are plenty of movies to watch. Good ones, bad ones. Trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. But I can't remember a time when I've been this excited for a movie. Even if it's the worst movie in the world, I will still love it. This is like a mini culmination of my life. One that I actually get to see take fruition. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself after I see this movie. What will I have left to look forward to? What reason will I have to keep moving on? And then I remember, this is Batman we're talking about. Never just make one Batman movie. This is going to be a whole series. Why do you think they got young actors? This is going to be a long, ongoing series, and I love it. And this is where it all begins. Like, I'm speechless. There are no words to describe just how excited I am. In a few days, I will have seen the movie I've been looking forward to for over 3 years. But wait, what if the movie's a flop? My friend, buddy. I just rewatched Batman and Robin. It doesn't get any worse than that. Besides, we figured out the formula. Whenever DC puts a "the" in front of the title, The Suicide Squad, The Flash, it means it's gonna be a banger. But that's just the thing. This is not just a piece in some intricate movie-spanning series. The Batman has nothing to do with DC, but DC is built on the Batman.
I'm vengeance.